Gentlemen, I hope this video is going to find you when you are in good health and fantastically doing so fine. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from. Your country, a continent, or where you deem see fit. So guys, there are numerous things we want to talk about. It's an extension of what really I talked about yesterday, but I want to go deep into it. You know, majority people agreed with me, and in tandemly, I also agreed with LiQWYD, Chacha. My only off topic with her was about people who are doing YouTube are not working hard, that these people are so lazy. That's why I came onto this channel to challenge her. Another thing also that I took a swipe on her, it's by mincing her words, because he was talking to a criminal, he was talking to a vile man in front of her, and instead of telling her, then she had to sugarcoat. Well, that one is apart, and it's already past. Now, I want to do a continuation of particular topics that he perused or he pursued during her interviews, and we want to talk about it deep. So guys, if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, kindly take a second or two, subscribe to my YouTube chit chat, click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, then YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you a bunch. Returning subscriber, this is home. Remember, east or west, home is the best. So let's dive in after a short while. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Zack, and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, there are two issues that I want to delve into so fastly. And after delving with them, I will also unearth the precursor to the situation at Nyabohanse now. And somebody may ask, what are the situations that are happening in Nyabohanse? It could be 1, scam 1, scam 2. And after the end, I will give you, or I will unearth the precursor of those heinous kind of situations going forward. Before I delve into those issues, let's watch the video below. Then we shall continue deliberating on such kind of issues going forward.
We have lost our sense of pride, and pride is a very good thing to an African man. An African man should be able to stand up straight. I don't know if you understand me.
I understand, sis.
An African man should have backbone, to the point whereby he doesn't beg for anything. I never saw my father beg for anything. I never saw my grandfather beg for anything. Neither my uncles. Your father is my uncle. I never saw him begging for anything.
True.
I never saw majority of these people who are here, their fathers begging for anything. They worked for whatever it is that they were eating. When somebody takes a camera and says, I'm working hard, kudos to you. That is your job. Nowadays, things have changed, as you've said. Everything is digitalized. Some things are digitalized. But there's some things, even as a woman, as a single woman, there's some things I can never do. I don't beg. I don't know how to beg. For what purpose? You are begging someone to build you a toilet. Where have you been going to the toilet? No, where have you been going to the toilet?
Since.
You've been throwing shit in the air. Or your shit has been disappearing. Stop it. You're begging people to build you what? I built this house out of my own sweat.
I know.
It's nonsense. Mimi ni mwanamke. I am a woman. If I can do it, and you people don't even value us in this community, then you men can't do it also. You sit down and you beg for cement. You sit down and beg for what? Mumejirudisha chini, you have brought yourself so low to the point whereby when you keep begging from people, you become a slave to the people who are helping you.
Exactly.
You become a slave, not a slave as in whatever this person, if someone is helping me and I want something from them, whatever they tell me to do,
You will do it.
I will do it, whether it goes against my principles as a human being. I will do it. It can never be me, bro. I can never allow that nonsense. And you people in this community think you're doing something so great. You are embarrassing yourselves. You are embarrassing yourselves. As men, you have no backbone, you have no balls. What are you going to do?
From that short video, that is LiQWYD Chacha spoke so pertinently and passionately about begging situation and donation. And she was touching on a very core issue. And I want to put it like this. Sometimes some people are forced to beg because of the situation that they live in. Because of the broken kind of government policy and infrastructural development that were put into place, and they are dilapidated in nature. These people had just two. Have you thought of it that way? Remember a situation whereby even without YouTube, the toilet never existed in Nyabohanse. Some had them, some never had. The YouTube came, and with the so begging you're talking about, people have managed to build houses and toilets. Now, the dysentery issues and the issues of cholera is a thing in the past, or maybe the risk itself has been reduced. The only problem is when such kind of plight is showcased, whether through YouTube, whether through any other kind of mainstream or social media, people sometimes do take advantage of such situation to mint money. Instead of developing such kind of projects, they tend to thwart it. What do I say? I'm saying the government has failed people terribly, because the reason as to why you find majority of people that they take camera and they start do such kind of begging, it's because the very fundamental core of the government, both the county government, the national government, has failed in their policy, and most of the part of the African villages and society have been neglected. It's not a neglect that was so oversighted, but it was an intentional oversight just because also of the political reasons. Basically, being that Nyabohanse is within a Nyanza, that one could explain the main reasons. The political affiliation going forward. You know, yesterday I said I've worked in the entire Migori, and the Kuria community is under Migori County. I've worked in Kiancha, part of Nyabohanse, in other villages, and Isebania. I worked with Impact Research Development Organization, that is Tungane Project, TYP. I also was a field officer for the UNICEF. That our main work was to come on the ground, teach people about malaria, identify them, we spray them out. Sanitation altogether, water and sanitation, and there are even other centers that almost 50 boreholes were sunk. And these are the government social programs that the government have just decided not to do them. So in such a case, what do we want people to do? In such a case, what do you want people to do? When people are being donated to, they also must show a workmanship. They must show the accountability of part of the work the cash that were donated has done. You know, even with the existence of YouTube, other people will not still do it. Others will take them, such donation, to buy alcohol. Others will take such donation not to even do the practical development. All their development would be drinking alcohol, partying around, but so long as the member of that society take part of what they begged and what they've been donated to them, and out of that donation there is something constructive, there is something so developmental out of that begging. Therefore we call it, that's just justified or justifiable begging. This is not to encourage begging in this street of YouTube, but also it shows you that a people of a certain sect of our society for the longest time have been neglected. They lack the services that are supposed to be given to them by the government itself. The reasons as to why they do so. So if you want to know that a particular area has got certain kind of social injustices and they lack government services, you'll have to get to know the number of NGOs networks within around. That explains why Nyabohanse has got numerous kind of schools that are non-governmental. They have non-governmental organization to also come in and bridge the gap where the government has fallen short. And all these kind of programs are donations, not from Africa, the donations from US, from UK. The only problem is if such kind of donations are being used in the wrong way, then I agree with you. Issue number 2 is issues about the scam. I want to talk about it that this one seems an organized scam. And at one time, I've been opining through this camera along this YouTube street and telling you people that there is a syndicate that was formed just merely to do such kind of operations. And their signatures stings the same and leave a negative indelible mark of a scam. And that is the word, scam. You know, has it worried you even to bit? Or some people sit somewhere, choreograph, plan, make sense to other people in the name of donatus to donate such kind of huge sums of money to them. Later, you get wind of every situation, of every action that you've been doing, you are taken advantage of. That it was scam. How does it feel? So bad indeed. So what is happening in Nyabohanse, in equal measure, must be condemned in the greatest term possible if you are really somebody so sane. That is me, that I said this is some of the truth. I call it a spade a spade. You do a mistake, whether you're my friend, I will always come on this camera and I will tell you off. Okay, this is how I operate. I hate no one. I'm a reactor, yes. A reactor who never mints his word. I put it always forth. If you're a scammer, a scammer. You know, if you're a scammer, you're a scammer. And that is why I've been saying to all people, if you want to donate back to help certain kind of charity, please don't do such kind of charity because you've seen, because you are seeing somebody, because you are pitying somebody, because somebody has fallen with so and so. Therefore, you have to support this kind of people. You ask them if they can do charity of something which they have never done it. You know, if you're never born a philanthropist, there's no way we learn it. Whether you learn it, it won't be so perfect. Philanthropy is an art. It's a desire. It is something that resides in you that at times provokes you to do it. It is a talent. It's not something that somebody sleeps. Wake up that today I want to do charity. Those are scams. You're either promoting it and defending it pseudily. You know, I always tell people like this. If you ever involve yourself in a shoddy dealings, dirty dealings, remember, it will only take a fraction of a second for that kind of shoddy dealing to come into the limelight and you'll be ashamed. That's why always remain in the path of the light. But there is an origin of all these things. And there are precursors and indicators that has led us all the way to this coming situation. You know, the problem that is, we always breed all these things. We don't want to talk about all these issues just because we defend, because we like them, or I hate this person because he hated so and so. I'm supporting this person to do charity because this person hates person A or person B that I don't like. Or I used to donate to person B and A, but because B has told me something that I've not verified, therefore I want to stop all the charity that I've been doing the person A. Now I'm supporting person B. But in the real sense, the person B had a mistake and was the one sabotaging the whole situation. Now you're scammed. A very bad track and a very bad thing, that you want to do things with emotions, that you want to do things to show off that I was supporting you, but because so and so you've fallen out with so and so, therefore I want to sponsor person C through person B. This is all that led to everything. Look at fellow the boy now. When he fell out with Amarwa, and Amarwa stated on the side of the camera, this is where she was picked by the lazy gang. She was nurtured by the lazy gang. This is where even the lazy gang negotiated for him that contractual kind of agreement with Sir Edward to have that house built. Hence, the end product is a scam and a shoddy work. The reasons being, the lazy gang wanted to prove a point to Amarwa. They wanted to prove the same story of Mike Ventures. Guys, let us now look at the issues or at the precursor, mainly what facilitated this scam and what has led us to this situation that is happening at Nyabohanse. Number one, organized scams. And why am I calling it an organized scam? Because these people have defendants and they have promoters. Defendants are these people who always defend them after they have done a mistake and they never want to agree. And promoters, these are the people who are always quick in giving money to prove a point to other people just because you've fallen out with so and I pity him, or I pity him because she's an orphan. I believe in him that he can do smart work. Hence, scam. You know, such kind of things were organized by certain people, choreographed to work that way. That's how Fellow the Boy was shipped out from Amarwa's quarters to have a splinter group in the name of doing charity. The end product, scam. Number two, unhealthy competition. You know, unhealthy competitions among the YouTubers within Nyabohanse sometimes also tells it all. Because you find person A, B, C, D building a house. Then persons E, F, G, H, I wants to ploy unconventional means to achieve whatever Amaro has achieved within 7 years, hence scamming people. You know, so unhealthy. So unhealthy. And it also brings what we call the betrayal. Somebody wants to run away to sabotage you. Once he or she has known the number of a donor, that's the number that's being picked, and the donor is being poisoned with kind of toxic information that are never true. So the donor's attention is being diverted elsewhere, giving money thinking you are dealing with genuine people. Then you are being proven wrong in the end. What happens? Scam. Number three, the splinter groups. These are the people who normally falls out when their self-centered interest or selfish interest are never met. That's why majority of them will fall out with the Amarwa, because they went there thinking that there is money that is being plucked from the tree or falling down. They're just going to pick them. Later they come and get to know down. And it's the same way. You find somebody is falling out with Amara today. Tomorrow is being bought a motorcycle. Tomorrow is being helped. I'm not saying they're not supposed to be helped, but that kind of help that coming so sudden or that so suddenly is to prove to Amara that this guy can do even without you. You know, Lazy Gang has been supporting all these people. Now they've kept quiet. Now look at Modesta. Has not even talked to the issue that befalling Mike Ventures. Kept quiet. Look at the Black Beauty or the Black Demon. She's kept quiet because all along she's been comparing Ayamarwa with Make Ventures. Mute. And these are the people who are called the defenders and the promoters of all kinds of these things. You know, these people are motivated to steal, and they are motivated to do scams. Because some people are very quick to give in cash because you pity them because because they are fallen out with Marwa. But they're falling out on a principle. They're not falling out because of hatred. Not because of the competition, because of the principle. Because somebody is dishonest. Amaro will wash his hand out of you and will announce in the camera that I stop dealing with this guy. If you want to deal with this guy on your own. I'm no longer. If you want to send him money, send him money in your own capacity, not in Amara squad. What is the end game? Scam. Number 4, it's about the African leadership. The African leadership of the government has really failed in big time. There is no social network in support to tell these people. Hence, majority of young men within the village are fending for their lives. Again, the kind of leadership style that being employed by the African leadership or within the political caucus, it's about promising big, they don't deliver. It's about killing the economy, stealing, and emptying the public coffers. And in Africa, it's even in Kenya. This is our thief. A politician will go and steal and scam, taken to court, has got his or her community support him that we are targeted. Later, this person becomes a hero and is being sung as a hero. Later, he or she is finding his way into political seat. Such are the people who are being lauded. Such are people who are being praised within our society. Therefore, the youths within our society has taken such as an exemplary life and a principle that are so cherished and that are held high. Therefore, they still to be somebody. They still to be praised. They still and do scam to make it in life. Because the president is set. You know? And that is a problem. And number 5, and the last one, it is the emergence of the lazy gang. The emergence of the lazy gang, who went at a splinter group at Anti-Marwa, has really done bad thing within Nyabohanse. They've nurtured the scams. They've plotted the scheme. Are you there? They've defended those who have stolen. They are the main reasons why these people are now stealing money from all the donors. These people are not a creation of Marwa because they ran. They were sent to come and entangle and vanquish Marwa. When they were chased and Marwa announced publicly on the camera, what happened? People were very quick in to send money. You cannot force somebody to. You can help a person to build a house, his house. But taking a phone, calling somebody, I want you to come take this money, take to so and so. Is you're forcing the unwilling person to do something that himself or herself has never thought of doing. Therefore, they don't know how to do such kind of things. Then you guys were trusting them. So bad. To wrap this conversation going forward, always remember dirty dealings or shoddy dealings will at one time emerge in the public light. Always deal smartly and do things which are so right. Even if at one point when they shall be brought into the limelight or into the public domain, they shall speak itself. Remember, the truth defends itself. So you must not struggle to defend the truth. Let the truth always defend itself. I hope you shall do better next time. Until next time, this is Senior Zack.